Another day, another band. Today's band, my official introduction to Green Day. Now, never heard of them. I don't know why the name sounds a bit familiar, but I feel like I don't know if I heard it referenced in a movie or something, or for whatever reason, I feel like I've heard the name Green Day in passing somewhere, but never really you know. I can't even remember where I heard it from. So I know nothing about this band, nothing about them and their contribution to music. So really excited. The song we're reacting to is called Basket Case. Now, because this is our first reaction, we gotta do some research. So I have it right here. Green Day is an American rock band formed in the East Bay of California in 1987 by lead vocalist and guitarist Billy Joe Armstrong. Why does that name sound familiar? Billy Joe Armstrong. I feel like I've heard that name before, but okay. Nothing's really okay. Together with bassist and backing vocalist Mike Dirnt. Yeah, Dirnt. For most of the band's career, they have been a power trio with drummer Trey Cool, who replaced John Kiffmeyer in 1990 before the recording of the band's second studio album, Kerplunk. Okay. Before taking its current name in 1989, Green Day was called Sweet Children. I like Green Day better. We put a lot of emphasis on the names here. I definitely agree. Green Day is better. I would love to know what made them change, but I think Green Day is better. Sweet Children. Let's be honest. It's not the safest name out there. In my opinion. And they were part of the late 1980s and early 1990s Bay Area punk scene that emerged from the 924 Gilman Street Club in Berkeley, California. So I've recently reacted to was it Alien Ant Farm? I feel like no. Was it the White Stripes? I recently reacted to a band that also came from that 1924 Gilman Street Club. Was it the White Stripes? I gotta wait. Am I calling the song the White Stripes? Hold on. No, right. Okay, yeah. The band is called the White Stripes. Okay. Gotcha. I gotta remember if they come from that 1924 Gilman Street Club, but I do remember hearing that. The band's early releases were with the independent record label Lookout Records. Okay. Never heard of it. In 1994, their major label debut, Dookie, released through Reprise Records, became a breakout success and eventually shipped over 10 million copies in the U.S. Wow. Their debut did 10 million. Well, their major label debut. 10 million. That is no short thing. Green Day is credited with popularizing mainstream interest in punk rock in the U.S. Oh, so are we talking legends here? Hold on. They've sold over 75 million records worldwide, making them one of the best-selling artists. Nominated for 20 Grammys and have won 5. Oh, so we talking about legends here. Oh, okay, we gotta put respect on their name. Yeah, I think we talking about legends. Y'all let me know, do y'all consider Green Day legendary? Y'all know I get my summaries and, I do my little bit of research. But y'all were actually there and y'all saw it and y'all lived it. So y'all let me know. Is Green Day legends? Because 75 million records, that's nothing to scoff at. Debut did 10 million. 20 nominations. 5 wins for the Academy Award. That's nothing to scoff at. I mean, it sounds like we're dealing with some big fish here. So I'm really excited to hear and see this. And with the context that we just got, punk rock scene. But the late 90s, late 80s, early 90s version. I feel like I've heard late 90s, early 2000s punk rock. But not late 80s, early 90s. So I'm really intrigued to hear this. It's an official music video, so we got some visuals. I'm excited for this. I'm excited, man. I'm ready to see what this is all about. I wasted enough of your time. Let's get to it.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just
Can we hear that drum introduction again, please? Did y'all hear that?
Tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just up? I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a sex that's bringing me down. I went to a whore. He said my life's a bore. So quit my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
Yo, you know what they remind me of? One of my favorite games growing up was a game called Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi, you might see it in arcades. I remember playing it in the arcade one time, but everybody knows the video game is the one. And they all, literally, the whole game is nothing but music that sounds just like this. It's late 90s, it's 90s punk rock that sounds just like this. I don't know why this song remind me of Crazy Taxi. It sounds like a song that would have been played in Crazy Taxi. Wow. And this definitely got to be from their 90s run. Because it reminds me everything from the video, the colors, the way it looks, and the music itself. It reminds me like I'm a late 90s baby, so technically I don't count. But I just remember a lot of video games and a lot of things in my childhood sounding like this and looking like this, like Disney Channel and early cartoon. Like, I just remember this. Maybe that's why I recognize the name, but I like this. I like this. This is that fun. It's fun, but when you really listen to the lyrics, because the way he started the song, I'm a melodramatic. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Like, if you really listen to the lyrics, he's saying some deep stuff. It almost would kind of remind me of if you listen to hip hop, it's like a rock version of Lil Uzi Vert, where it's like you listen to the beat and you listen to, if you just to listen to the song and not really pay attention, you'd think it was just like some mumble rap. But if you really listen to the song and try to understand the lyrics, they're telling you some deep stuff. But because of the music, and he's not necessarily a vocalist singing his heart out, you kind of like look over it. But it's I like this. I like this.
Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I not sure?
I think I'm cracking up, and I love that song. I bet that was a big hit. Let's do some research real quick. I bet that was a big hit. Green Day. Basket Case. '94. Yeah. It definitely sounded like the '90s. Second single from their third studio album, Dookie. Oh, so this is from the debut album that took over the world. Spent 5 weeks on top of the U.S. Billboard alternative charts and garnered a Grammy nomination for Best Rock Vocal Performance by a duo or group. So I did enjoy his voice, but it wasn't like he wowed me with anything. I really, really liked his voice. You know what it kind of reminded me? No, I'm not going to say that. Because the last time I did a comparison like this, y'all destroyed me. So I'm not going to say it. But they remind me of a band that is literally from my childhood. Not exactly, because the band that I'm thinking about, they were much more kid friendly in regards to lyrics. But sonically, they reminded me of a band. If you know what band I'm thinking about, I might do a giveaway. If you could think about the band I'm thinking about in my head that they remind me of, I might give you something. I might. I gotta see. But they remind me of a band from my childhood, and they were a really big band. Like, they still kind of are big. They had a big reunion not too long ago. That's my clue. But wait, the song appeared is number 150 on Rolling Stone's 500 greatest songs of all time. I'm not mad at that. When you combine how the song sonically, in comparison to the lyrics, and how it perfectly meshes, and just for one, who was drumming? Because I know we had two different drummers. That's Trey. That was Trey on this. Trey is phenomenal. I mean, everything. They all were phenomenal. But the drumming and Billy Joe Armstrong, his voice. Again, he didn't wow me with anything with his vocals, but I thoroughly enjoyed the song. You know what I mean? And I feel like giving up, and I don't know. I genuinely just enjoyed the song, and his singing was definitely like a big standout. But it wasn't like he didn't wow me with anything, you know. But he got nominated for a Grammy, so what do I know for his vocals? It currently has over 800 million streams. That's incredible. Punk rock, pop rock. Okay. I really enjoyed that. It went 2 times platinum in the UK. It don't have the stats for the US? Oh, wow. It didn't chart on the Hot 100? Of course it didn't. I'm so sick of the Billboard Hot 100. It's just so stupid. Like, a song could literally be phenomenal, and they will just... I don't know why they're like the standard of what's popular, but for whatever reason they are, so... Anyway, and I feel like giving up, and I don't know. Wait. In the second verse, Basket Case references soliciting a male prostitute. Armstrong noted that I wanted to challenge myself and whoever the listener might be. Is also looking at the world and saying it's not as black and white as you think. This isn't your grandfather's prostitute, or maybe it was. I like that. That's funny. Punk is one of those subgenres that I feel like you always see, and it's always kind of been popular. Like, when you think pop, like when I see the album cover, it's the epitome of rock, right? The colorful hair, the striped shirts, the kind of like black around the eyes. I don't know if that's eyeshadow. Punk has just kind of always been, and has always kind of been made fun of, but it's always kind of been like a big staple in music in general. Like, just always, punk rock has just always been a very controversial but emphatic part of rock music. And yeah. I really like that. Again, it reminded me of so many video games from my childhood, but especially Crazy Taxi. That's what it really reminds me of. If you know the song I'm thinking about from Crazy Taxi, I mean the whole game is nothing but punk and pop rock. But the first song that comes on when you play Crazy Taxi, he goes like, all right, kids, are you ready? We about to get into some Crazy Taxi. All right, here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to know the name of that song. I want to hear that song. That's my song right there. But back to Green Day. Green Day is phenomenal. I thoroughly enjoyed this song. I really want to hear some more from them, man. They're definitely the first of their kind on this channel. Out of all the different subgenres of rock that we've listened to, this is definitely the first of that 90s pop punk rock scene. So I definitely want to hear more from other groups and them. I really want to hear more from Green Day. I really, really do. So y'all request it and recommend it, and I'll check it out, man. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time with Green Day. Peace.